What up, y'all? Tina here, man. Let's get into some DC news. In this video, we're going to talk about there possibly being two Robins in the DC universe, an update on the animated Green Lanterns project that's coming out, news about the SuperFamily, the Superman box office, as well as my little quick review of the movie. Let's get into it.
I talk movies and Marvel, TV shows, rumors, money, and drama, Game of Thrones universe, and rice too. Vampires, horror, I got you. Subscribe to my page, come roll with me. If you like movies, follow, she dreads me. Movies, follow, she dreads me. She dreads me.
All right, let's talk about the rumor of there being two Robins in the DC universe. All right, for y'all that don't know, DC has a little situation going on right now. James Gunn is building out his DC universe. However, Matt Reeves was given the green light years ago to develop Batman projects. He has given us the movie, The Batman, and the Emmy-nominated series, The Penguin. Solid show. Journalist Jeff Snyder, who's gotten some things right in the past, he's also been off about some things too. He reported that he's hearing that Matt Reeves' new Batman movie will include a Robin. The problem is, James Gunn has already announced to us he's doing The Brave and the Bold, which is a completely separate Batman film with a Robin in it. Now, a part of me is like, okay, what's the big deal? When this whole James Gunn situation went into effect, they told us there's going to be Elseworld projects. That was the beauty of the DC universe. It's not super duper connected, kind of like the NCU. They have things and projects that can kind of live off by themselves. I thought this was a good thing for it, right? The problem is the general audience, they don't know anything about James Gunn and his super plan. They want to take their kids out and watch a Batman movie and move on with their life. It starts to get a little weird for the general audience when there's two Batmans and two Robins. Now, James Gunn has came out and said, listen, essentially, nobody knows what's going on with Matt Reeves' Batman project. Don't believe the rumors. First, he said only 4 people have read the script. Then he said only 6 people have read it. Listen, if 6 people have read that script, 2 of the 6 has told somebody about this movie. This is how things leak. All those leaks about the Superman movie was pretty much spot on. Now, how do I feel about there possibly being 2 Robins and 2 Batmans? I don't really care. If we keep it in a buck, I don't like Pattinson as Batman anyway. I didn't really enjoy the movie. It was too long, too drawn out. I did like the Penguin series. I enjoyed Oz in this Batman movie. I liked Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. She was fire. Pattinson just didn't do it for me. So I am kind of interested to see what James Gunn does with The Brave and the Bold. I say, let them both live. Let them both rock out. Let's see who wins. Now, in a perfect world, James Gunn probably wants Matt Reeves' universe to live in his world. That would make sense. It doesn't really seem like Matt Reeves wants this to happen. To me, as of right now, he's the more accomplished person in the current status of the DC universe. His Batman movie made over $700 million. His Penguin project was successful by every measure on the viewership side and the critic side. What we're looking at right now, to me, in theory, not exact, in theory, is we're looking at a Kobe Shaq or a LeBron D Wade situation that's brewing, meaning you have a duo of talented people, and this is either going to be tumultuous and problematic, or this can be a really good thing. We don't know about these two to know where it's going. D Wade, he was the man in Miami. When LeBron came in, he said, hey, LeBron, it's your show. Right now, Matt Reeves is D Wade. Is he going to let James Gunn take it over and be like, yo, this is your show? Or are we about to have a Kobe Shaq situation where they're both kind of good individually? They kind of do both work well together, but it's not really the ideal situation because they really don't like each other. They really don't like how each other plans or plays ball. Hey, only time will tell. Now, to me, if I'm Matt Reeves, I will feel like, yo, I was here first. Y'all gave me the green light to make my content. It's successful. Y'all leave me alone. Let me rock out. If I'm James Gunn, I may push my weight around a little bit and say, listen, I'm the new boss, and this is what we doing. Your Batman universe is my universe, and this is what we gonna do moving forward. Now, only time will tell how this thing about to play out. Me, I'm indifferent on the 2 Robins. It doesn't bother me either way, but how do y'all feel about this universe potentially having 2 Batmans and 2 Robins? Let me know in the comments. Next up, the animated project, My Adventures of Green Lantern, has some news out. Now, this is where the James Gunn stuff starts to get a little off balance for me because, once again, I'm cool with the Elseworld stuff. But James Gunn also said the actors in the live action series will also be the same actors in the animated series. So are we getting Aaron Pierre in this animated project? That's what we was promised. And when I'm reading the description, it doesn't really sound like that. Don't sound like we getting Aaron Pierre in this Lanterns cartoon project. This is what it says this TV show is about. It essentially follows around Jessica Cruz in high school. She starts to get bullied. She has severe anxiety, and she comes into contact with this power ring that falls from the sky. It is stated that the Lanterns in this cartoon series are peacekeeping monks versus cops, like in the Lanterns TV show. In Aaron Pierre's TV show, they're going to be like cops, space cops, human cops. I don't know. They're going to be the police. There's not a release date yet for this project. Sounds like it's heading into production. Are y'all looking forward to this series? Do y'all want to see the traditional Guy Gardner, Hal Jordan, and Jon Stewart pop up in this series? Leave your comments below. All right, y'all. So just a recap on what James Gunn announced earlier this year of what the DC slate will look like moving forward. His plan is 7 projects a year, 3 movies, and 4 TV shows. He wants to do 2 live-action movies per year, 1 animated movie per year, and then 2 live-action TV shows and 2 animated TV shows. When we're looking at next year's slate, we have Supergirl and Clayface. There hasn't been an announcement on what the animated movie of the year will be. If it still happens, we may not even get an animated movie. There's supposed to be 2 live-action TV shows per year, so next year, I've only heard about the Lanterns TV show. I haven't heard of any other live-action TV show that's going along with it because Peacemaker comes out this year. I also haven't heard of any animated TV shows that's supposed to come out next year. So I don't know if this 7-project plan will pan out every year as expected, but you never know with James Gunn, okay? He's not the most honest person. Next up, James Gunn says his next project will be a SuperFamily project with Superman in it. Listen, I don't know much about DC Comics, so I don't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea. I don't like that James Gunn is doing it. That's my gripe. If we're going in this direction, cool, let's make the content. But y'all don't think it's a problem that he was hired as a studio head, but he's also writing and directing a lot of these projects? I feel like as an executive, you should be using your platform to give other writers and directors opportunities, like breaking new talent. Yo, but this is James Gunn. This is how he roll. He think he Diddy. He want to be all in the videos. Next up, I never gave y'all my review on Superman, so this isn't going to be super in-depth. How I feel about the film is, it was enjoyable. It's a popcorn film, man. Nothing too deep. I think it's a great family film. If you have kids and they want to see bright colors and action, it's solid. Is it the best movie I've seen this year? No. I don't even think it's better than Fantastic Four. I don't think it's better than Man of Steel. I prefer Man of Steel better, but I actually like David Cornsweet more than I like Henry Cavill in this role. And it's because I'm biased, okay? David Cornsweet has a special place in my heart, okay? I'm more biased with him. I do think it's a solid entry into the new DC universe. I've always been a fan of David Cornsweet when everybody was hating on him, saying he doesn't look like Superman. He's the bootleg Henry Cavill. He's not the guy. I was always confident in his abilities to take on this role. Now, when I left out of the theater, Guy Gardner was surprisingly the standout to me. He was funny. He reminded me of an old school country uncle from the South. I knew what I was getting with David Cornsweet because I've seen him act before. Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner really surprised me, yo. He tripped me out in the film. I enjoyed Lois Lane and Clark's chemistry. That was solid. Now, I didn't really like Lex Luthor. Nicholas Hoult is a great actor, and I know they made him show up in such an animated way because they wanted this movie to be digestible for kids. I just thought we were going to get a more serious Lex Luthor in this film, but I don't know why I thought this. It's James Gunn. Overall, man, I like the Superman movie. It's cool. I'm not going to watch it, again. It's not going to be, on my top list that I'm going to rewind back and forth. It's just a cool little film. Good for the summer. Looks like it's going to beat the box office in compared to Fantastic Four. So that's really, my review on it. It was a cool film. Now, this Superman box office, y'all are doing a lot of funny math with this movie. Y'all are moving everything around to kind of make this movie a success fiscally. It's some weird stuff going on. That $363 million budget is legit, all right? This is what y'all, Superman people, Warner Brother people, y'all put that the budget was $363 on the tax application. Now, if y'all pull up the Wall Street Journal, they're reporting after all of the tax incentives, the budget does fall to $225. If that's how we calculate in movies moving forward and their budgets and we're computing in tax incentives, hey, just do it for all movies, all right? Not just Superman. This is really weird, the marketing of what they're doing for Superman. I remember a year, 2 years ago, some of y'all were saying Wakanda Forever needed $800 million to break even, and it had the same budget as Superman, maybe even less, if we calculate their tax incentives for filming in Georgia and Puerto Rico. So people are doing some funny math with this Superman movie, all right? But anyway, right now, Superman is sitting at about $580 million. This movie did not do great at the box office, but it didn't do bad either, all right? Superman, to me, has the same brand recognition as Batman and Spider-Man. Probably 3 of the most recognizable comic book brands of all time. This thing should have gotten butts in the seat off of brand recognition by itself. Now, I'm gonna shoot Superman the same bail I'm gonna give Fantastic Four and say, listen, people think politics don't matter. Real life politics matter to all industries. You have a president who came in, laid off a lot of people. I completely understand a family of 4 having to pay $100 to attend a movie is not a sustainable thing to do in this economy. They just can't do it multiple times a month. Not the average American family, all right? Some of us make a little bit more money than others. Some of us don't have kids, so we able to kind of go out. lot more often, but the average family, yo, that's a lot of money. Going to the movies, depending on where you're at, is really turning into a luxury. It's not cheap. Now, some of y'all are gonna say, well, Minecraft and Lilo and Stitch and Jurassic Park, they were successful, and y'all are right. But hey, people didn't run out to see Superman like they did the others. Now, going back to being political, Superman, when I was coming up, represented America. Like, he's an American hero. Internationally, people are obviously not rocking with Superman. Is it because we're in this political climate? I don't know. But for some reason, it is not translating internationally. But yo, I would be nervous for Supergirl. Yeah, if Superman is not translating, I would be scared, a little nervous for Supergirl. Now, Clayface, budget on Clayface is $40 million. If that Clayface movie makes $120 million, that is the most successful movie coming out of the DC universe under James Gunn's reign. Clayface gonna end up being a sleeper. Watch what I tell you. Clayface might be that one. We saw what Sinners has done. We saw what Final Destination has done. We see what Weapons is doing. People like horror movies. Clayface might be the sleeper. But yo, man, that's all I have for today. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. If you made it to the end of this video, thanks for always supporting me. I appreciate y'all. But leave your comments below. How do you feel about having two Robins in the DC universe? Do you consider Superman a successful movie? And are y'all excited for the animated Green Lanterns TV show? Thanks for hanging out with me. Peace.
Subscribe to my page.